Like I said, this is going to be a very controversial subject because, ICE is, potentially there's a lot of rumors that ICE raids are going to begin and all this other nonsense. But I know, it sounds ridiculous. The title reads, I know you might not want to hear it, but I'm going to tell you this, okay? I don't care if you like illegal immigrants. I do not care if you are for illegal immigrants coming to this country. I don't care if you are against. I really don't care. But the thing is, though, is that when it comes to this situation, I am in defense of I'm on the side of the customers who were harassed by this gas station worker. Because guess what? When you're working at a gas station, your job is to simply sell gas. You're gonna sell gas to people who want to buy gas for their cars. Your job is not to determine whether or not someone is a citizen or not. That's not what you're getting paid for. That's ICE's job. That's pretty much so. If you're not getting paid to basically enforce immigration laws, then guess what? Then don't bother. Don't do it. This gas station worker did something really stupid, and then I actually brought up by the news by a friend of mine from our club. He told me, "What do you think of this?" And I just told him, well, I think the gas station worker was really stupid because it's not his job to determine whether or not who is a citizen or not. His job is to simply to just, sell gas to the customers who want to put gas in their cars. Simple as that. So I know it's gonna be controversial, but I'm gonna read the article and then after that I'm gonna show you the video. That way you see what actually took place, because obviously words are people prefer seeing things rather than hearing them. But we're gonna read the article first. After that, we're gonna watch the video. This is from the article from NBC News and the videos from the Chicago Tribune. Right. So here we go. Illinois gas station worker suspended after telling Latino customers ICE will come. A gasoline station attendant was suspended Wednesday after a video was shared on social media appearing to show the attendant telling Latino customers that ICE will come in Naperville, Illinois. In the video posted to Facebook on Tuesday, the attendant at a Bucky Express shop in Naperville gets into an argument with two women, telling them, "I am American," and asking them, "Are you a citizen?" One of the women responds yes and repeatedly asks, "What is your problem?" The attendant responds, "Don't you know the rules? They need to go back to the country. It's illegal." I'm gonna stop right here for a bit. What do you mean the rules, man? Like, seriously, what do you mean by the rules? What are the rules? If by rules mean that if you're an illegal immigrant and you are staying in the country illegally, if that's what you mean by that, okay, then I understand. But at the end of the day, it's not your job to say who leaves and who stays. You are a gas station worker. You're not ICE. You are not a police. You're not a police officer. You're not even working for the government. It's not even in your jurisdiction to say who is an immigrant or who isn't an immigrant. Sorry, an illegal one. Sorry, an illegal immigrant. That's not your responsibility. Your job is to just sit behind the counter, put on a fucking fake smile, and then sell gas to people and sell candy bars to kids who are coming home from school. That's pretty much what your job is. Your job is not to say, "Oh, are you a citizen?" or "Are you a citizen?" That's not your job, dude. So get off your high fucking horse. Anyways, going on with the article. When one of the women says, "I hate you," he replies, "ICE will come," apparently a reference to the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Carolina, I think it's I'm not in Spanish. Carolina Buitron, who said she recorded the video, told NBC Chicago that she and her family had stopped at the gas station for chips. She said that they were speaking Spanish when the attendant asked them to leave because they were illegals. I want to go another break here. Guess what? I don't care, and I'll tell you this right now. I don't care if you are an American citizen. I don't care if you're not an American citizen in this situation. But guess what? If you're watching this video, it is not illegal to speak a language other than English. Okay? English is not an official language in the US, meaning that it is not mandated for people to learn English. Now, from my perspective, do I believe people should learn English? I believe that by learning English, it'll help them it'll help them communicate with other people in the country. But I'm not saying you should learn English because this is America and we speak English. No. I see learning a new language, regardless whether it's English, Spanish, French, Mandarin, doesn't matter. Learning a new language, I see it more as an opportunity to expand your people you can communicate with. So I'm saying like this: if I moved here into the U.S., let's say let's say for example, I moved in here into the U.S. Right? If I moved here to the U.S. and then I refuse to learn English, I'm not helping myself. Why? Because I'm limiting the people that I can talk to. I can't talk to people who speak English because they won't understand me and I won't understand them. And I remember these things. I remember when I was in kindergarten. My kindergarten teacher told us that we need to learn how to speak English, but not because it's America. You know what she told me? She told me that we need to learn English because it'll help us down the line as we grow up, because we will be able to speak with more people. She even said, I encourage you to learn another language as well. It doesn't have to be English or Spanish or whatever, because a lot of, remember in elementary school, there were some children who were from China. They hardly spoke any English. They only spoke Mandarin. So so when she told us that she recommends that we learn English is because we will expand the way it will expand the range in which we can communicate to others. I can communicate with people who speak English and Spanish, so I think that's a good thing. But by telling them that he says he assumes they're illegal immigrants because they spoke Spanish, well, guess what? You just did something stupid. You played yourself. That's pretty much what you did. Okay, so like I said, I don't care if you are pro illegal immigrant or pro or against illegal immigrants. Doesn't matter. But guess what? English is not an official language. It is not mandated to speak English in the U.S. If I want to go outside and talk to my girlfriend in Spanish, guess what? I have every right. If I want to talk to her in English, I have every right. If I want to talk to her in French, Mandarin, and Portuguese, guess what? I have every goddamn right. Because there is no law that says America should only, in America, English is legally protected under the law. It doesn't say, in America, it doesn't say, in America, only you can speak English. No other language is allowed. I don't see any law like that. So this guy did a really stupid move by doing this. I'm going on. I'm sorry I ranted off a little bit, but I'm going to keep going. He started asking about my cousins, if they were illegal, family or friends, are they adopted? Beatrice said, I'm going to take another break, dude. This is not your job. Who are you to question them about their personal lives, man? Like, why? Just sell gas. Sell gas. Sell the chips that we're gonna buy, man. Come on, man. Come on. Get off your high horse, dude. All this is unnecessary. Okay? Naperville police said that they had reviewed the video and were investigating a series of small protest marches took place outside the store Wednesday. A spokesman for Buchanan Energy a company, I think, of Omaha, Nebraska, which owns 44 Buc-ee's Express shops in the Chicago area, said the attendant had been suspended pending an investigation. Forget suspension. Fire the dude. This dude literally was unprofessional. The dude literally did something that wasn't required of his job to do. I don't think a suspension should be mandated. Okay, fine. If it's a suspension, fine. Because again, there's an investigation going on. Guess what? There's a video on it, and it went viral. It went viral. Okay, so you're saying it's suspended. Okay, guess what? What if he's found guilty? Are you gonna fire him then? I don't know, but let's keep going. The comments of this associate are not reflective of the core values of Buc-ee's convenience stores, the spokesman said. We are aware of the situation and are managing this personnel issue. We take this matter seriously and strive to ensure that all customers are treated with respect. Mayor Steve Chirico, I think that's how you pronounce it, said on Facebook that hate has no home here in Naperville. Quite frankly, this type of behavior has no place in society at large, he said. Our city prides itself on being open and inclusive to all. Civility towards each other is an important component of being a global citizen, and I urge everyone in our community to showcase the kindness, compassion, and good decorum that our residents are known for and that our world needs more of. Now, the article ends here, but I disagree partially with the statement. He says, quite frankly, this type of behavior has no place in society at large. I agree and I disagree at the same time. The reason why is because, like I said, if your job is to sell gas and sell chips at a convenience store, I don't think it's your job to say whether or not they're illegal immigrants or legal immigrants. That's not your job. But if we're talking about ICE or we're talking about Border Patrol, I think that's their job to determine whether or not they're legal or illegal immigrants. And I don't consider that as a hateful act because, again, it's doing their job. It's within their job requirements in order to do such thing. ICE's job is to deport illegal immigrants, and that's pretty much that. I don't see it as a hateful act because, again, that's what their job requirements are. But I don't think it's the job of a convenience store worker or a gas station worker to say whether or not this person is an illegal immigrant simply because they speak another language other than English. Guess what? Yo también hablo español. Yo hablo español desde que era chiquito. But guess what? I cannot speak English. I know, shocker, right? So, to all these guys who are working at a gas station who think they're hot shit because, they're American, guess what? I'm an American too. So you're going to tell me that I shouldn't be speaking Spanish? Well, guess what, cabrón? I will speak Spanish. Yo voy a hablar español cuando se me dé la regalada gana. Okay? Because I can speak Spanish, I can speak English, and guess what? Until there's a law that says only English is allowed in the US, then I will speak only English. But if I want to speak Spanish to my parents, or if I want to speak Spanish to my girlfriend, or I want to speak English to my Caucasian friends, guess what? I'm going to do it because I have every goddamn right. So, like I said, very controversial to say the least. But I see it in the perspective of, is this his job to do so? It's not his job to determine whether or not there are people who are illegal immigrants in his workplace. Their job is to simply sell gas and sell chips and candy bars or whatever the hell they sell. Same thing with on any other job. That doesn't require you to determine whether or not an immigrant is staying here legally or illegally. But that's my opinion. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think the gas station worker was in the right to question these individuals who ended up speaking Spanish in his presence, and he found it as he must be illegal immigrants? Do you think he was in the right? I think he wasn't, but a lot of people might say, well, he probably was. But anyways, here's the video. That way you guys can see what actually went on. Again, it's from the Chicago Tribune, and let's see, where's the play button in this? Oh, there you go. All right.
Undocumented
Who?
people.
And?
A lot.
And?
I'm an American.
And? What is the problem?
It's illegal.
It's not illegal.
is. What are you
What
talking about?
What is your
Are
problem?
you a citizen?
Yes. What is your problem?
Don't you know the rules?
What is your problem? What is your problem?
They need to go back to their country.
Why?
It's illegal.
You be quiet. You don't care.
You'll be
I call the police. You don't care. What? I hate you.
ICE will come.
I hate you.
Bye. God bless you.
Stupid.
God bless you too.
Stupid.
God
You're in the
bless you
wrong
too.
country.
Come in, ladies.
I'm glad you came.
You gotta be joking. Like, seriously, like, even looking at this video really pisses me off. Like, dude, this guy's a gas station worker. It's not within his jurisdiction, not even his job responsibility to ask people whether or not they're citizens. Not to mention, ask them about personal information. Oh, your cousin's legal citizens? Or do you have anyone staying inside your house that's an illegal immigrant? Dude, that's not your job. That's not your job. And it's funny too, he says, oh, don't you know the rules? If by rules mean that you have to speak English and only English in the US, guess what? You're wrong, buddy. You're wrong. All right? Sure, is it mandated that you learn how to speak English in the US? Of course, because the majority of the country speaks English. But it's not a law that says that you are expected to speak English, and if you don't speak English, you are breaking the law. There is no law that exists like that. So, honestly, this dude was in the wrong. So, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that this guy should be fired for what he did? Do you think that, what he did was wrong? Because, again, it's not within his job responsibilities to determine whether or not they're illegal citizens or not. Or do you think the gas station worker was unjustly fired because he is a patriotic American who wants to, he wants to be ICE, but apparently ICE didn't accept him because, he probably has too much long hair or something like that. Anyways, whatever. That's up to your opinion. Let me know what you guys think. But that's gonna be the last video. I know I have to go to work, unfortunately, so time is limited. But let me know what you guys think, alright? Like the video if you like the video. Share it. That really does help a lot. Most of all, because YouTube doesn't recommend independent creators anymore as much. So, all you can do is share and like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notifications button as well. That way you never miss an upload. And I'm going to see you guys probably tomorrow. Because, actually, probably not tomorrow. Probably I'm going to do 2 videos or 1 video tomorrow, depending on what's on the news. Because I do work earlier compared to today. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Until next time, I'll probably see you tomorrow.